of the dead.
Ever wonder what dark secrets hide in the crumbling ruins of a once glorious mansion? In the suffocating silence where the walls themselves seemed to breathe with untold horrors, two men dared to find out. There they found the dying Lord Abernathy. Little did they know the tale they were about to hear would forever be a curse upon their souls. In the deepest part of a decaying mansion, where shadows danced in the candlelight and whispers of the past sounded through the halls, two men found themselves drawn into an intriguing tale. Vincent Jones, a man of scholarly demeanor, and his colleague Edgar Thorne, a mysterious artist, had long sought the secrets buried within the estate of the late Lord Abernathy. The scent of damp wood and decay was thick in the air as they made their way to the various parts of the mansion. It was there, in the grand but forsaken study, that they encountered the dying body of Lord Abernathy, a man whose life had been shrouded in mystery and whose death would be no less puzzling. Listen closely. Barely able to make out his words, Abernathy's voice sounded like a mere ghost of its former strength. His eyes, clouded with the veil of death, burned with a feverish intensity. I have a parable to share, one that has haunted my soul and may yet haunt yours. It is the parable of the dead. Vincent and Edgar leaned in, the weight of the moment heavy upon them as Abernathy began his tale. In a village forgotten by time, there stood an ancient tree. Its roots were deep in the earth, and its branches reached towards the heavens. The villagers showed reverence to the tree. They believed it to be a bridge between the living and the dead. One day, a young girl named Amanda disappeared without a trace, and the village was thrown into despair. Her father, driven by grief, sought the wisdom of the tree. He pleaded with the spirits to return his daughter. The spirits answered, but with a riddle. To find what is lost, one must lose themselves. To bring back the light, one must embrace the darkness. To hear the truth, one must silence the whispers of the soul. Abernathy paused, a trembling breath escaping his lips. Vincent and Edgar exchanged a glance. Their minds began racing, trying to decipher the cryptic message. The father, desperate and determined, searched the darkest corners of his mind and the village. He wandered the forest at night. He embraced the shadows and listened to the silence. Days turned to weeks, and hope began to fade away. One night, as the full moon cast a mysterious glow upon the tree, the father saw a vision. There stood Amanda beneath the tree, her eyes hollow and her mouth stitched shut. She reached out to him, but as he approached, she vanished, leaving behind a single, blood-red rose. With a final, rattling breath, Abernathy spoke. No one has ever solved the parable. The spirit's riddle remains, and Amanda's fate is forever entwined with the cursed tree. Remember this, the dead do not rest, and their secrets are not meant for the living. Lord Abernathy's eyes closed, and his body fell still. Vincent and Edgar stood in stunned silence, the weight of the parable now heavy upon them. The mansion seemed to breathe around them, the darkness closing in. To this day, no one has unraveled the mystery of Amanda or the meaning of the spirit's riddle. The parable of the dead lingers in the air like a whispered curse, an unsolved mystery that beckons the curious and the damned alike.